Good morning, and what a beautiful one it is too. I've just climbed up from somewhere down here in Hope to get up for a sunrise at Win Hill. The sunrise may have just beaten me, as you can see, but we'll take in these views anyway. So I'm tackling the Edale Skyline today, about a 20-mile loop, which after Win Hill here heads this way down to Hope Cross, up onto Kinder, round Kinder Plateau, Knoll, Rushup Edge, and over the ridge walk before dropping back down here into Hope. So let's get to the summit of Win Hill, admire the views and the sunrise, and take it from there. I'm not alone. So, a couple of them guys were wild camping on Win Hill. I would have thought that was quite tricky to find a pitch. I'm not sure they'd be that level, but fair play. I was walking to the other end then of Win Hill before we head off back in the direction of Hope Cross. The sun has just disappeared, as you can tell on there, so I just caught it in time. Views then over the Lady Bower. There's a little bit of low-lying cloud over that patch there. Tiny amount. Right, we're going that away then. Back to Win Hill there, then the sun has actually disappeared. Supposed to be patchy, sun and cloud today, and it is only sort of 5 o'clock in the morning, 5:15 in the morning, so this is the route ahead then. Somewhere up and onto this lot, across there, right round the back, over Rushup Edge, just back there, onto Mam Tor, and across the ridge, Loose Hill, back down into, is that one Hope? Yeah, I think Castleton's up that way, isn't it? So that'll be Hope, just this side of the factory. Beautiful morning, hardly any breeze, just a steady summer morning's chill before it warms up a bit. It's supposed to be quite warm today, and it's about time we had some of that warm weather. It's been awful this year, hasn't it? 2024. So it's June the 21st, I think. Might be the 20th. I haven't got that part on my watch at the minute. I've got my timers on. ETA 11:45. 20 miles done by dinner. Yeah, I might slow that down a bit and have a few rests and whatever. So, beautiful morning, a beautiful morning. Great to be out. Loose Hill centre screen then. You can just about make out the ridge along to Mam Tor. I'll look down the Edale Valley as I head in the direction of Hope Cross. Hope Cross then, with, I'm guessing, an old spelling of Sheffield, or just a mistaken carving from back in the day. Oh, I've never noticed that, 1737. Hope. Edale. Gloss up. And views from here of the ridge walk, Loose Hill centre screen, across the back Tor, which you can't see the tree on top, and a Mam Tor. Right, factory chugging away. Bit hazy down there in the valleys. We are off up this way. So, Hope Cross written on there, where I've just come from. And on this side, Crookston that way, that's where I'm heading. And I've got past the sheep up there. Quick spin around while I'm here. Again, the ridge walk over that way. Those hill to the left, Mam Tor to the right. And where I've just come from now, Centre Screen, Win Hill. And the sun still trying to poke its way through. Hasn't found a way yet. Right, off up we go. Another wild camper down here. And we're off up on top of this lot. Bit of a narrow path, this one. As we walk along the Crookston Moor, or Crookston Out Moor, is it? But yeah, you can see the ridge walk now. Mam Tor, this hill, back to Win Hill. That looks worse than it is, as he said. Right, this on the map is marked as the Druid's Stone. I have no idea how mine gets its name, but we'll have a look at it while we're here. And the views beyond it. So you can almost see kind of where I'm going now. I'm going up to the top of this part, and then round the back of here there's a couple of walkers. Don't think you'll pick them out down there as well. I'll just head them on a lower path. And then along the ridge walk and back down to Hope, somewhere behind there. Done about 6 miles, just over 13.5 to go according to that, to my watch. Yeah, the Druid's Stone. Again, just some views down the valley, and of course the ridge walk. We're just sort of at the top of Ringing Roger now, as we make our way this way. Next stop, Nether Tor. Now along. Is that Grinsbrook Clough then? Centre Screen now, it must be. At the top of Nether Tor now then. I'm going to assume this rock kind of signifies that. Interesting little blob. Oh, it's got a hole in it. So we'll have a quick look around again. I mean, that's pretty impressive, isn't it? Someone's still thinking about it, hasn't broken through yet. Once again, then cracking views. Win Hill, right back centre screen there. Path that I've come along over here. The ridge walk, which I'll be going across later, seems so far away, along with all that background. And then this up here is Grinsbrook Clough, which is a very popular climb up to Kinder Scout. And it's probably when I'll start meeting people, other than the 4 on Win Hill and the 2 that were down in the distance ahead of me a while back, which dropped into Edale. That's it. I've only seen them 4 people really that have passed. Don't class them that are that far away that I can't speak to. And that's 8 miles in, 7:30. Cracking on. Right, I'm pretty much at the top of Grinsbrook Clough. It just comes up here and out behind this lot. This is it. This is the top of Grinsbrook Clough. I've had this in my eye line all the way around. I wasn't sure what it was. It's Grinslow Knoll. Never actually been to the top of there. I'm gonna have to visit at some point because I'm guessing there's going to be some cracking views around from there over of the ridge walk again. But I'm not going to do that today because I'm already doing 20 miles and quite a lot of elevation gain left to go. I think that would just be a step too far. But yeah, one day. It's a gorgeous day. It's starting to warm up a little bit, even though the sun's still, well, it's hazy. Another big rock formation then. This is Knoll. Fabulous views. For us, we should be somewhere nearly there. It's not far up here now. There we go then, the highest point on the route. The highest point in the Peak District. Well, okay, there's one that I think the actual summit is about 3 meters higher, isn't it? But this will do. 633 meters. Kinder Plateau. I'll try and get onto this stone, it's a bit awkward. I think it's time for a spot of lunch then on there. Gosh, I'm about halfway with that. Views around, it's quite a flat summit so the views aren't spectacular from here. I guess it's not the clearest day, it's a bit hazy out there, isn't it? That's where I've come from then, that direction. And the ridge walk will be somewhere over that way then. No, it's not, it's a bit further, it's right over that way. But yeah, about halfway. I think I've done just over 10 miles, 9.5 to go. Time for a spot of lunch before cracking on with the walk. Just come away from the summit and that's the view that I've got for my lunch. I'm going to sit on these rocks right here. This must be the 9 o'clock starters. I've passed one person on my way down from the summit of Kinder Plateau there. Sorry, there. If you know where you're looking, doesn't it? He's just getting to the top of that climb there. But there's a big group of people here coming up from Jacob's Ladder down there from Edale, and there's a good tribe of them following up. So yeah, I'm guessing they're the 9 o'clock starters. It's 10 to 10 now. I've done 11.5 miles, and then I'm off this way towards Knoll. Nice. Trig number 3 of the day then, after Win Hill and Kinder Plateau, which is somewhere that way. Win Hill, miles away from here, can't see it. Oh, it's right over in the distance there. So this is Knoll. Nice easy path, flagstone path to it. Obviously quite the mud bath in places, don't stand in that. You may never be seen again. Knoll. Tick. 4 years since I've been to this one. Almost. Shy of a month. Lots of cotton grass. But yeah, another quite flat summit, so not a lot to see. We're heading off this way then. And towards, yeah, Rushup Edge over this way next, which you can just see. And then on to Mam Tor. Just at the highest point on Rushup Edge then. Kinder back over that way, and obviously I've walked across all the top of that earlier. But absolutely fantastic views down the Edale Valley here. The ridge walk along here, and this part is Lord's Seat. Don't really know why it's called Lord's Seat. It's just a mound of grass, but this is a kind of bit of a reminisce for me. So I first did this walk in 2019 while I was training for the Coast to Coast. It was also my first ever wild camp, and I camped just around the other side of Lord's Seat here. And first time carrying all that kit, and I carried all the kit that I planned to take on the Coast to Coast with me. And by the time I got here, I was fatigued. I was totally and utterly fatigued. And it was at this spot where I decided there was no way I could carry all that kit to do the Coast to Coast. I had my drone, and it was a heavy drone back then as well. So yeah, this was the spot where I decided that there was no chance I was carrying all that kit and offloaded. So well, I didn't offload it at the time, but decided to offload them. So I pitched my tent here. Had a cracking little sunset over that way, and sunrise over this way somewhere. 15 miles into the walk. Yeah, I was absolutely done in by that time that day. Today, not so bad, but I have still got to get across this ridge walk and back into Hope. Just under 5 miles left to go. But yeah, just take that in again. Wow. Just a quick look back as I'm dropping off Rushup Edge, then another look at this because it's worth it. On to this next.
Stream only ran in the winter.
Right, trig number 4, and the final trig of the day, just up ahead. As ever, it's crowded, of course. Beautiful spot, of course, but I'd rather be back over there where it's quiet. Far too manic on there for my liking. So I'm straight off along the ridge. Just under 4 miles left to go to get across here and drop back down into Hope. Cracking views over this side now. We'll make our way across from Mam Tor to Back Tor. Always love the lone tree on top of Back Tor. And in the background over this way as well, Win Hill, where we started quite a few hours ago now. A view the other way down the Edale Valley. Rushup Edge back there where I was this morning. An hour or so ago. Cracking. It's just that one to go. Back along the ridge then, down the Hope Valley. I can't see a lot down the Edale Valley at the minute. I suppose you can that up there. I'll show you a bit more when we get to the viewpoint here, when they've moved away from it anyway. Let's go over here and have a look down this valley. So 18.4 miles covered around the back of there. Fab views for the whole day. The sun is quite hot now as well. There we go then. Somewhere there should be Win Hill. There we go. The drop off now then. Win Hill, probably the last one I'll see on the way down, that, or maybe Mam Tor over that way. Cracking views of it where you can see where the landslide was all them years ago. And yeah, just got to drop back down here into Hope. What an absolutely fantastic walk. Contentious comment maybe, but I think that's probably the best walk in the Peak District. For endless views all the way around. Yeah, people disagree. Yeah, it's a long way. 20 miles is too much for a lot, especially given the elevation gain in this, which I will pop on screen now. I'll pop the mileage and the elevation gain on the screen for all to see. But yeah, absolutely stunning. Thank you as ever for joining me on another glorious walk. I'm not sure what's next as ever. Definitely coming up very, very soon, in about 7 weeks from filming this. Won't be so long by the time I get it out there on YouTube. But yeah, the National 3 Peaks. So this is a cracking little training walk for that. Hopefully see you soon. Bye bye.